Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing.
Yes, I think good.
Yeah, Delia brought it, so we could just put it in the box. Okay. Oh, after the break? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I didn't know the big. Yes. Yeah. I just read it outside and tried to hold it. I didn't know that. Oh, what is that? This one's 30, but it doesn't show on that. 50%. 50%. Oh, leaving. Yeah. Now we're getting along on the road. I don't really.
Is everyone able to read this?
Yeah, yeah. So I can go from here. Just pull it up. Yeah. Oh. tomorrow we have to wear the blue color.
For what?
Oh.
Oh, blue. Oh, yeah.
Or-
So don't forget, today we leave at 7:50. Okay, so let's begin. So in your practice document, on that page, that last page where you have your full name, where we were doing copy, no, we're doing undo and redo and repeat. We're gonna delete that. And we're going to type. Oh, wait, let me remember. I'm just increasing the font size so that everyone can see this. Whoops. Okay, so you still have the formatting. You still have the formatting that we applied yesterday, even after you delete your name, right? So let's select it, Shift and left arrow or Shift and Home. And then we go to the Home tab font group. And up here is the font group. Right here, this A with an eraser. Put your mouse pointer on that and tell me what it says. No, not that one. The one with the,
Yeah, I see. Here, all formatting.
right. So usually when you have formatting and you delete something, the text or the whatever else is deleted, but the formatting is not deleted. So in order to delete the formatting, you click that. Clear all formatting. And it says remove all formatting from the selection, leaving only the normal unformatted text. So we opened the practice document, Elmer.
Yes.
We went to the last page where we were yesterday, and we deleted the name. And then we type equal. When we type equal, the same formatting that was there from last night appears. So we went here to the Home tab font group, to the clear all formatting. Actually, we selected it first and then clicked on that to remove that formatting. Okay, so we are going, huh? Yes. So this is what we're going to write. Don't forget, it's only that size because I want everyone to be able to see it. Thank you. Okay, then press enter. So your insertion point is at the bottom of the 6 paragraphs. So remember, we are selecting. We are selecting. So select using your mouse. No, let's start with the keyboard. Let's start with the keyboard. Use the keyboard to select each line of the last paragraph. You're using the keyboard to select each line Oh, so select each line. So how did you do that?
Control,
Control,
and I plus click.
Control plus click.
You need to use your keyboard, right?
Yes, keyboard. Did you select the lines in that paragraph? Were they selected with what you did? I mean, control?
Yeah. Yeah.
With the insertion point being at the bottom there. Leave the insertion point there. And you're gonna select that paragraph. One line at a time. You have your handout, use your handout. No shame in using your handout. One line at a time. We're not using the mouse, we're using only the keyboard. No mouse. So one line at a time, how do you going up?
Control.
I can tell you already. Not control, control is not gonna do that.
Oh, sorry, these are two. Is that?
And what?
Is it up?
The up arrow. Excuse me one moment. On Zoom, I need you to raise your hand once you have done these 4 steps. Wait, I'm not sharing. Sorry, I'm not sharing. Oh, no, I am sharing. Okay. So once you have done that, raise your hand so that I'll know that you're ready. Masika, did you do that?
Yes,
You didn't raise your hand. I'm waiting for you to raise your hand.
okay. I did. I'm sorry.
Addis, did you do that? You're muted. Addis.
I'm on my way to do it. I'm not finished yet.
Okay, we're gonna continue. So if you can take a picture of this, because I'm gonna stop sharing it. Okay. Okay, so how did we select the last paragraph? Up arrow, yeah, shift and up arrow. Thank you. Okay, shift and up arrow, and we select all of that. Now press the left arrow key to remove the selection. Now, I want you to select that first word in that last paragraph. The first word in the last paragraph using the keyboard. Keyboard only.
He's had a couple minutes
No, the first word in the last paragraph.
first.
The first word in the last paragraph. Yeah, how did we do it?
Okay, she does.
We're not using the mouse, only the keyboard. Shift and what? I said the right arrow. Okay. Shift and the right arrow, because I said to press the left arrow to remove the selection. So when you press the left arrow, it ends up to the left of that first word. So to select that first word, we do the shift and right arrow. Right. Okay. So press the left arrow. That removes the selection. Now we want to select that line only. We want to select that line only. With the keyboard only. Select that line only. The handout is your friend. The handout is your friend. What did we do?
She is left out. Is
The fastest way to do it. We want the fastest way to do it. If we do shift and the right arrow, it takes too long. It takes too long. Shift.
Shift and the arrow, the down arrow,
Well, we could do shift and the down arrow. That will select it. What's another way to select it? It's another way to select it. We're not using the mouse. What about what? No, we are the insertion point is at the left of the first line of the last paragraph. We want to select that line only. So shift and end. Shift and end. Shift and end. Shift and end or shift and down arrow will do the same thing and just as fast. Of course, you can do shift and the right arrow and keep doing until you select the whole line, but that takes too long. Okay. So we want to select press the right arrow to remove the selection and then press the left arrow. So now the insertion point should be at the end of that first line in the last paragraph, right? Uh-huh. The insertion point. We're not using the mouse. Don't use the mouse. The mouse is not your friend. Remember that, the mouse is not your friend. Anything that you can do with the mouse, you can do with the keyboard, and if you're doing it with the keyboard, it's gonna be faster, much faster. We are working for efficiency. If efficiency means you do a lot more work in less time. That's efficiency. Okay? So now we want to select that line with the insertion point at the end of the line, using the keyboard only. How do we do it? Shift and up arrow. Shift and up arrow. Oh, but look what happens. It also selects. So we don't want shift and up arrow. So press the right arrow to remove the selection. Press the right arrow to remove the selection. So what other option do you have? No, it's already at the end. If it's already at the end, what's the next option? Shift and home. Shift and home. And it selects only that line. Shift and what? Oh, shift, control, and home, yeah. Yeah. What page is that on? Oh, okay, I got it. 19. Okay. So we are going to there's using the keyboard. Let's select from where we are. We're going to select all the way up to the first paragraph. How do we do that? All the way up to the first line in the first paragraph on this page. Shift and up arrow. Shift and up arrow. That's the only way I can think to do that. Shift and up arrow. Got it? So now press the left arrow to remove the selection. Now we want to select everything above where the insertion point is. Everything above where the insertion point is. The insertion point is to the left of the first line of the first paragraph, right? So we wanted to select all the pages above that. Someone said it before. What do we do? Shift, control, home. Shift, Control, Home, and it selects all of that. Shift, Control, Home. Any problems? Any questions? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's press the left arrow to remove the selection. Okay, and it takes us back up to the first page. So now we want to select the whole document using the keyboard.
Oh, that's the easy.
Uh-huh. What is it?
Okay.
Control A. Control A selects the whole thing. Remember the difference between selecting and moving the insertion point. Moving the insertion point, you mostly press the control key to do that. But selecting, you mostly click the shift key. Any questions? Any questions? Now we're going to use our mouse. Let's go to the page where we did the bullets. Does everyone have it? The page where we did the bullets? So how do we select one word? Let's select bananas. How do you select it? Using the mouse. How you double click the word bananas. There we go. And you should have Schoology. Double click Schoology. And we have two, T-O, two. Double click that. To select the login to Schoology, that line, how do we select with the mouse? Hmm? With the mouse only. Mhm. Right, put your insertion, put your cursor to the left in the selection bar. Remember what the selection bar is? The selection bar is all of this area in the left margin where you can see that white arrow pointing up to the right. Anywhere that you can see that white arrow is the selection bar. If you move too far away, close to the line, the margin, the left margin line, you don't get it anymore. That's not the selection bar. So you have to put it where you get that white arrow, that white arrow pointing up to the right. Because there's also another white arrow that points up to the left, but that's not the one you want. You want the one pointing to the right. Okay, so let's select, let's go down to the paragraphs below that. And let's, how do we select in the first paragraph, the last sentence in the first paragraph? How do we select it? The sentence, not the line. the sentence. Press control and click anywhere in the sentence that you want to select. And it selects the whole sentence, including the period. Okay, if we want to select that last paragraph with the mouse, we want to select the last paragraph. Where? Where? What do you call that on the left? The selection bar. Double click in the selection bar. There we go. We select the paragraph. So let's say we want to select the last line in the first paragraph. The last line in the first paragraph. What do we do? Put your mouse pointer, the cursor, to the left of that line, put it in the selection bar, and you click once. There we go. How about the whole document? With the mouse. With the mouse. With the mouse. Triple click in the selection bar. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Everything. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that beautiful? 1, 2, 3. Now let's try the contiguous. Let's try the contiguous. Let's go back to the bullets. The bullets. Click anywhere to remove the selection. So we're going to select 4 different things. We're going to select bananas, sugar. Does everyone have that on their list? Bananas, sugar. Log into Schoology and then click the file. Does everyone have that? We have 2 lists, right? We have a bulleted list and we have a numbering list. Does everyone have those? You have a numbering list? Oh, you have 2? So what do you have? Mostly everything else is paragraphs. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it in the paragraph then. Let's go back to the bulleted list. Go to the paragraphs. We'll choose words in the paragraph. So in the first paragraph only. So in the first paragraph, we're going to select the word video in the first sentence. Then the word when in the second sentence. And then the last word in the paragraph. We're only going to select 3. So we're going to select video. And then in the next sentence, we're going to select when. And then we're going to select document, the last word in that paragraph. Okay? So what do we do first? How do we do that? It's just one word, video. Double click video. Then make sure you move over to the next word that you're gonna select and put your mouse pointer, oops, I clicked. Don't click because you're gonna lose your selection. So we put the mouse pointer near where we want to select the next word. And then what do we do? What do we have to do first? Press and hold Control, and then double click the word when. There. Everyone got that? That's not too difficult because you're not using too many fingers. Then the last one, document. The last one, document. Put your mouse pointer near document. And then what do? We do Control and double click. And there. Any questions? Any problems?
No, but you saying probably do that instead of, is it just two ways to do, like instead of doing the double click the word, like the one word?
You can click and drag.
So that's another way to do it.
Well, if you're gonna select like more than one word, right? So if you're gonna select, let's say the first sentence in the first paragraph, you select that first, right? Control and click, select, and you wanna then select the first sentence in the second paragraph. So you have to use many fingers here. Control, left mouse. Oops. Wait, let me try that again. Select the first sentence in the first paragraph, then the first sentence in the second paragraph. Control, left mouse, and click and drag to select the first sentence in the second paragraph, right? So it depends on what you are selecting. So you have to figure out what fingers you're gonna use. On both hands, you have to use both hands. I don't recommend doing everything with one hand, I don't. Any questions? Okay, so let's move on. Yesterday, we talked about undo and redo. Anyone has any questions about that? It never works out the way that I want it to work out. Undo, redo, and undo, redo, and okay. So let's go ahead and open our basics of Microsoft Word 2016. Basics of Microsoft Word 2016. So we already discussed bullets and numbering, right? But you can go ahead and read it again if you want. And there's exercise for it. And now we have horizontal alignments. Horizontal alignment. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're not taking a break tonight. So if you need to go, just get up and go because we're leaving at 7:50 tonight.
We have a testimony?
No. No, we, I don't think we are gonna be able to take the test until some time in May. Yeah. And then we still have Excel and PowerPoint. Okay. Okay. Would someone like to volunteer to read? Go ahead, Ms. Sarah.
Miss Yolanda, my computer is too slow. Couldn't open for me the document.
What?
My computer too slow, still holding me to open the document.
So you asked me to do what?
My computer is freezing.
What you said?
Freeze.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my computer doesn't work. It's a bit, I'm trying to open the 2016 Microsoft Word and then it didn't come for me. When I click it, it just, it's showing Word Microsoft and then the document, it doesn't open yet. It's freezing.
Press escape on the keyboard. Did it do anything?
Nothing changed. I don't know. Let me see. Let me try again.
Don't forget, you have to restart your computer regularly. Can't leave it on all the time. But that, you look in Zoom. We have it in Zoom. Just look in Zoom.
Okay.
Oops. Sorry.
The position of status in relation to the left to right margins of the text. There are 4 horizontal alignments that are found in the paragraph of the folder. Align left, center, align right, justify.
Okay, so those are horizontal alignments. They are right there on the home tab in the paragraph group. Continue.
The left margin that the text on the right margin is uneven. That is the default horizontal alignment. Shortcut key, Control plus F. Center status is center between the left and right margin. Shortcut Control plus T. Align right, text is even with the right margin, but the text on the left margin is uneven. Shortcut T, Control plus R. Justify text is evenly along the left and right margin. Shortcut T, Control plus T.
Okay, let's go to our practice. Let's just review. We already talked about the alignments. Let's go to the page above. Well, no, let's stay with this page here, where we have the bullets and numbering. It's already, they're already, okay, let me put them back to, okay, and, okay. So we already know that left is the default, right? So left horizontal alignment means that every single line in a paragraph is touching the left margin. So if we were to change this first paragraph, remember, we don't have to select the paragraph. We can just click inside the paragraph and we apply the horizontal center align, and it places the text in the middle of the page. We can see, oh, no, that wasn't the left margin. You can see the left margin, the text is not touching the left margin, and the right margin, it's not touching the right margin, right? It's in the middle. Let's click in the second paragraph. And let's click align right. Align right. So align right, you can see every line in that second paragraph touches the right margin. But the left side, nothing touches the left margin. Did I say right margin before?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that's align right. So it's aligned on the right side of the page, touching the right margin. And then the justify, remember we made this large paragraph. We put two paragraphs together for this one. So right now it is align right, align left. But if we were to choose justify, you can see it stretches the text in the paragraph so that every single line touches the left margin and every single line touches the right margin. So that's what justify does. The lines, every line touches the left margin and the right margin. Whereas the other ones will touch one and not the other. And center doesn't touch any of the margins. So horizontal, left to right. Left to right. Horizontal is left to right. Okay. Now, let's move to page 27. And would someone read that, please?
Vertical lines are used to adjust the position of text in relation to the top two bottom, in relation to the top two bottoms of the page. Unlike the horizontal alignments that are easy to find, clearly visible in the paragraph group of the home tag, the vertical alignments are not that easy to find. These are 5 steps one needs to perform in order to access the vertical alignment. You must follow these steps. 1. Click the layout tag on the ribbon. 2. Go to the page setup view. 3. Launch the page setup dialog box. 4. Click the layout tag in the page setup dialog box. 5. Find the page section and vertical alignments are directly below. Click the drop-down arrow to view the alignments. For 1 is layout. Number 2 is go find page setup. 3 is page setup dialog box. 4 is layout. And 5 is the drop-down button marked with vertical alignment.
Thank you. So you can see there are two layouts, right? There's the layout tab on the ribbon, and there's the layout tab in the dialog box. Would someone read the page 28, please?
They are four vertical lines that are found on the drop down arrow is clicked. They are top, so text begin below the header. Top is the vertical.
Default
Default vertical alignment. Center text is centered between the hub and footer.
header,
Header. The button of the station between the page between the hub and footer. Multiply is best used with a little full page of text. But the last line of the text begins yes about the footer.
okay. So let's open a blank Word document. The fastest way you know how to open a blank Word document, the fastest way you know how to. Go ahead. The fastest way I know is this line.
Can you repeat this?
Open a blank Word document, the fastest way you know. Fastest way. When you should have it in the quick access toolbar, right? You should have new blank document in the quick access toolbar. If you put your mouse pointer on new blank document in the quick access toolbar, you can also do Control N. That's the one that I did, Control N. You can also right click on Word on the taskbar and Word down there at the bottom. Got it?
Yes.
Let's do it again. Let's close it. Now go ahead, open Word the fastest way you know. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna create one paragraph first, and we're gonna look at how using the vertical alignments, right? The vertical alignments are top to bottom. But it talks about the header and the footer, right? Let's get rid of that first, the header and the footer. Oh, no, that's not it. Right? The header is at the top and the footer is at the bottom. Okay. So remember that if we click using the ruler, the vertical ruler on the left, if we click at the top where the gray meets the white, that's the top margin, right? That line. So if you were to right click above that line, right, so you see that line? It's 1 inch. So if you right click above that line, what does it say? You see? You see the gray? You see the gray? The gray area up here. Does everyone see the gray area in on the ruler? That's the top margin. That's the top margin in your document. What is it?
Didn't see the line, but when you put your.
See where the gray meets the white?
Oh, okay,
Where the gray meets the white?
yeah.
You click right there. And so all of that 1 inch, it's 1 inch, is the top margin. If you put your mouse pointer, imagine you know where that line is, right? Because you can't see the line and right click at the same time. So imagine you know where that line is just from looking at the gray area on the line. I mean, on the ruler on the left. You right click, and what does it say? Remember, you want to be above that line. See that line there? You want to be above that line. When you right click, you get edit header. So click that. That's the header. To get out of the header, go below the line and double click. And you get out of the header. Because when you are in the header, you cannot do anything in the document area. When you're in the header, you can't do anything in the document area. Either you want to be in the header or the footer, or you want to be in the document area. Let's scroll down to the page below. The same thing. The ruler on the left, click where the gray meets the white on the ruler. And below that line is the bottom margin. That is also called the footer, right? So remember the left margin, they call it what? The selection bar, right? So they do different things. The margins do different things. So when you right click in that 1 inch area at the bottom, what does it say? Edit footer. So click edit footer, and there you get into the footer.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go to the basics of Microsoft Word 2016. And let me explain what happens in the header and the footer. Any page. So go to the top margin, right click, and click edit header. There, now you can enter text in that area. You can go ahead and type your name, your full name. Right, after you type your first name and you press the space bar, you get help. So press enter and there. Got it? Okay, now double click below the line to get out of the header. Because you see how the text becomes gray? Because you can't use the text. You can't do anything else in the document if you're in the header or in the footer. Now go down to the bottom of the page. The same page, the same page. The same page, go to the bottom of the page, the same page. And right-click in that bottom 1 inch. What do you see when you right-click? In the bottom 1 inch. Edit header, edit footer, click edit footer. And let's see, today's what? Tuesday? Let's type Tuesday. Tuesday. Oh, no, on the right side, the page number is there. So undo that, because you don't want it where the page number is. Huh? What's that? Exactly, that's what I want everyone to see. Okay, so we don't want to put right Tuesday over here because that's the page number. So just undo when you started typing Tuesday, just undo. And then click over here, click on the left side. And we can type Tuesday on the left side. Tuesday. Now, once you type Tuesday, double click above that line. Double click and you're out. Now scroll up or scroll down. Scroll up or scroll down. Look through the pages. Scroll up and scroll down. What do you notice? Every single page. That's what the header and the footer does. Except when you're entering page numbers. If you're entering page numbers, you have to enter, let me go into the footer. When you're entering page numbers, you have to do it from the header and footer tab on the ribbon. That appears when you enable the header or the footer. And you have to choose your your page numbers from here so that it will give you consecutive page numbers. You can't come and double click in the footer and type a page number. It doesn't work that way. You have to come here and choose a page number. That's how I did it here. Okay, let's double click. So those are the headers and the footers. We got that out of the way. Any questions? Mm-hmm.
Can you say again, put it on the word of the letter instead of the right?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Right. What happened is that when you first get into the footer where the numbers are, you see automatically it is highlighted in gray. And that's where the text is gonna go. So you have to make sure you click somewhere else. You click over, oh, you have to double click. Okay. Okay. Wow, how did I do that before? How did I do that? What? Yeah. That's strange. How come I can't do it now? Oops, no, 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 no. Oh, geez, undo, undo. Uh-huh.
Below the number. Yeah. Click below the number, now I.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Let me see in home tab, align left. Okay, there, you have to go to the home tab. But I did it okay before. I don't know why, what happened. Tuesday. Okay. Because you don't want to remove the page numbers. Okay, uh-huh. Did that answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now let's go back to our blank document. Let's go back to our blank document. And make sure you are not in the header or footer. Okay? If you are in the header or footer, you have to double click in the middle of the document to leave. Okay, so then we're gonna type equal rand, open parenthesis 1, close parenthesis. Huh? And then press enter. Okay. And we're going to come down to the zoom slider. We're gonna come to the zoom slider. Huh? Grab one. So we're gonna come down to the zoom slider and we're gonna click on 100%. 100% in the zoom slider, just click once. And you get this dialog box, the zoom dialog box. See the 100% or whatever number you have there on the right side of the zoom slider. Right? Click on that number. You got it?
Yes, sir.
So you get this dialog box. Okay? And look for whole page. Whole page. Whole page. Click on it. Then click OK. Then we're gonna be able to see the whole page and see how the vertical alignments apply on a page. So now let's go. What do we do first to get to vertical alignments? What's that? That's on page 27. Page 27. 5 steps. Okay, so we go to the ribbon. Click the layout tab on the ribbon. What's number 2? Go to the page setup group. What's number 3? Right? There's a dialog box launcher in the corner, right? So we can launch the page setup dialog box by clicking on it. Got that? What's number 4? Okay, right? So we click the layout tab. And number 5. Right. Because there are different sections. There's a section, there's a headers and footers section, there's a page section, there's a preview section, and there's an apply to section at the bottom. So we go to the page section, it's in the middle, and you get vertical alignments, finally. Someone talk to, what's this guy again? The one of the founders of Microsoft, what's his name? Bill Gates. Tell Bill Gates to make vertical alignments as easy as horizontal alignments. Please, someone talk to him. Thank you. Okay. So you can see the default is what? The default is top. So if we click that drop down arrow, you can see we have center, we have justifies, we have bottom. Let's do center. Click center and click OK. There. Center. It centers that in the middle of the page. Remember, vertical alignment, top to bottom. Let's go back. How do we do it? Let's click the Home tab. Layout tab. Page setup group. 3. Launch the dialog box in the page setup group. Next. Layout tab. It's going to remain active. The layout tab is going to remain active until you restart the computer. Then number 5. Vertical alignments. Now we're going to do bottom. We're not going to do justified because you can't do justify with just one paragraph. So let's do bottom. And click OK. And there it is at the bottom. Let's go back and put it at the top so that we can create some more paragraphs and show you what it does when we choose justified. Let's go back. What's the first thing we do? Layout tab, then launch the dialog box, then layout tab, then vertical alignment. Now let's click top and click OK. So now we are going to add more paragraphs so you can see what justified looks like. So we're going to type equal ran R-A-N-D. So we type equal R-A-N-D, open parenthesis, 7, close parenthesis, press enter. So now we are going to do justified. What do we do first? Everyone there first?
Yes,
You got your paragraphs?
yes,
Okay. So now we're gonna do justified. What do we do first? Layout tab, then page setup group, then launch the dialog box, then layout tab, then so we're gonna do justified. Click OK. That's what justified does. It spreads it out, just like with the horizontal alignment, when you choose justify, it spreads the text out so it touches the left margin and it touches the right margin. So with vertical, it stretches it out. The top touches the top margin. The bottom doesn't really get to the bottom margin. If you, maybe if we had added another paragraph, it would have touched the bottom margin. So those are the vertical alignments. Any questions? Yeah? Oh, that's good. So you'll be teaching it when I retire. Yeah, you have to love it to be able to teach it. So, mhm,
I don't need the vertical color, I can open the dialog box.
mhm.
I think go to the dialog. I mean, I think it because we say that we have if the vertical color,
Mhm.
maybe you guys will give a solution.
When we get to Excel, you'll see that Excel, they're both together. Horizontal alignment and vertical alignment are both together. Why can't they do it in Word? And it's important because let's select all of, let's go back to 100% on the zoom slider. So just click in the center where that line is, and you can go to 100%. So we're gonna select all of this and we're gonna delete it. And we're going to practice how to use all of those things that you have learned, including this vertical and horizontal alignment. Oh, we haven't done orientations yet. We haven't done orientations. I guess we can do that tomorrow. Okay, so let's select. How do we select all that's on this page? Control A, let's select, and we're gonna delete it. Press delete on your keyboard. Control A and press delete on your keyboard. So we are going to type in all capital letters, so press your cap lock. Delete, did you delete?
Yeah.
So press the cap lock key on the keyboard. And we're going to type wait, let me type it and make it larger. Uh, okay. 1 second. Okay, you can type that. So you're creating a sign, right? But this is, you don't want your sign to look like that. You want your sign to be big and, set up properly. So let's select that again, Control A. And let's go to the Home tab, Font Group. And in the font size box, click in there and type 90. 90 and press enter. There we go. There we go. That's tall enough. Well, maybe, well, let's go back to the Home tab and change it to 80. In the font size box, change it to 80. Or even 85. Let's see 85. No, 80. I think 80 will do. 80. Yeah, 80 is better. So you want to fix that so that it looks nice, right? So the first thing you want to do is to center it horizontally. So let's select it again, Control A, select it, and let's center it horizontally. Go to the Home tab, Paragraph Group, and center align. Let me see. So we don't want it like that either. We want it to be centered on the page, right? So let's center vertically. Vertically. What do we do first? Layout tab, then page setup group, then launch the dialog box, then layout tab, then and then center. And click OK. Now, isn't that better? Tomorrow, we're going to learn about orientations so that we can make the text bigger and we can turn the page like that and have it large and spread out. So we're going to discuss orientations and margins tomorrow. And we'll be able to improve on that. Actually, you can make it bold right now. Bold. Yeah, that improves it. Any questions? What's that? Color? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can change the color. Choose a color. There we go. Tomorrow you'll be able to make it like that. Yes, that's how we're gonna get it done tomorrow. No, we're gonna do it again tomorrow. Yeah. So you can close and not save. And the reason we did it on a, all right, yeah. The reason we did it on a, we didn't do it in the practice document is because vertical alignment applies to the whole document. The whole document, if it's 50 pages, it's gonna apply to all 50 pages. So let them choose their own color. They can choose their own color. There are different colors. You can choose your own color. If you don't like that color, choose a color. Yeah, write your name. This is what we're going to do. Write your name on it so that you don't take it home and leave it home. You put it in this box every day, right? So what I want to encourage you to do, if you go to Schoology, I'm just going to show you today and then tomorrow we'll be able to do it together. If you go to Schoology and you go to the class information folder, there's a meditations folder. Schoology class information folder, meditations. This been there since the beginning of the semester. There's one, I think it's the breathing one, that is about 2 minutes. I think this is the one that's 2 minutes long. Oh yeah, this is the one that's 2 minutes.
Good evening, teachers, students, and staff. It's Tuesday, April 11th. These are your announcements for this evening. Students, today the class will end at 7:50 p.m. We do a faculty meeting. The meeting will start in the auditorium and it will start at 8 p.m. Teachers, please provide the students with the COVID-19 self-test. Students, please take the COVID test before coming back to the campus at the end of your spring break. The teacher will provide more information. These are the evening for this evening. Thank you.
So if you want more, you can have more. So here you have a 2-minute breathing exercise. And why am I sharing this with you? You work all day. You have to travel to your job. You go through all of those frustrations. You get to the job. You have a bunch of other frustrations. You travel to here, more frustrations, and then you come here and you bring all of that from the day with you. I think it helps to be able to remove some, because you're not going to remove all in 2 minutes, but remove some of that weight from the day, all those frustrations that you've experienced throughout the day, to kind of just make it a little lighter. You know, just sit when you first come in, go to that meditation, put on your headphones, and just follow the instructions to breathe in and breathe out. And that's all you're gonna do. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And you might not notice the effects immediately, but certainly by the end of the evening, you'll notice that there's gonna be a difference in the way that you are feeling, in the way that you are, I'm thinking of the word inspired, but the way that you do your work, right? Because you're not going to be as, you're not gonna have all of those things running through your mind that have happened throughout the day as much. There will be, but not as much, because you'll be a lot more relaxed. I'm doing the same thing. Every time, even in the morning, when I come in the morning, I'm going to be doing it. So, and so you'll have your headphones, you pick up your headphones, go to your desk. And then at the end of the evening, put the headphones back and we start over again the next day. Okay? Okay, so have a, oh, look at that. There's still a little light. Yeah. So enjoy the little light that's left.
Yeah.
And have a good evening and see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yolanda. See you
You are
tomorrow.
welcome. Any questions?
Thank you. Good night.
So much.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
No questions?
No, thank
You're
you.
able to follow well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing we are in this, when you make it, this the last one.
Yes.
It's that one only I make the second one, but the first one you did, I don't get it.
Oh, you mean that last one? No, that last one, we're gonna learn about orientations tomorrow
Okay.
and margins. And then we'll be able to do it like that last one that I did.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.